Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. Guys, don't be fooled by your smiling faces. Underneath, we are very sad. We are disgruntled. We are crestfallen, heartbroken. Yes, in the last show, we were on, I guess, on Saturday. We were very hopeful for the match on Sunday. Uh, yes, hopes were there, prayers were there, but what happened? So today we thought me and my regular member, our partner in crime, Dr. Okojit Ghosh, let's do a quick analysis, a small shoot on that. What went wrong? Did anything went wrong, or did we come across a good team, or was it not our day? Was the toss a factor? There are there are many adjectives. There are many paradigms. So let's go on to this discussion. And so what we will do, we will keep it crisp and just Doc, over to you. I will not like to ask you. So when the toss happened, both the team got what they wanted. India wanted to bat first, and we knew this thing. Australia wanted to chase. We were really a bit shocked when Australia wanted to chase. We thought why they are chasing, especially on a dry wicket. Later, we got to know under the lights because this what I was fearing. Ahmedabad was predominantly has been a chasing ground, unlike maybe an Eden or Wankhede. And one thing which Doc has said that Eden or Wankhede, especially as they are near the water bodies, sea and Eden is near Ganges, so the dew is literally less as compared to Ahmedabad or a Mohali or a Delhi, you may say.
Or a
Okay.
Lucknow.
Or a Lucknow, yes, a valid point. A Lucknow. Lucknow was right. It was a water show that day. So, Doc, over to you. Please, like I will give you 3 4 minutes. If you could please say what went wrong, your analysis on that.
Yeah, the first and foremost thing is that yes, there are things like bad days. There are things like you know something went wrong, plans didn't come good. See, to be a champion and for a champion team and for a team with complete coverage, one thing is for sure. I have told you in the 2019 World Cup also. To be a champion team, you have to win on your bad days also.
If you
That's
could
what
speak up.
that. Huh?
If you could
Yes,
speak up.
that's what the Australian team of 2003 used to do. So where it went wrong is there is only one thing. There is only one point. Our compromised batting lineup, and that was there. The problem was there. The problem was masked over some good performances, but somehow it has to be it has to be exposed, and it got exposed on D-Day. So this is what I think was the main problem. If Indians had put on a good total, I think they would have won. And
Define a good total.
on this track, if I see from the first ball, there was no prodigious turn. There was also no movement. So
It was a
you
slow
needed.
track.
It
Slow.
was a bit
Not a
slow.
turner.
That is expected in an Indian condition where three matches have been already played. So that is expected. It was slow, but there was not much of lateral movement. There was no off the seam movement, and there was no prodigious turn. So you needed 300 to 300 at least, and 330 to cover up for the due. That was to me a good score on this track, especially in a final because final there is always a scoreboard pressure. So to exert that, India needed those runs. Now, where India actually went wrong, where this thing actually happened. See, after the Hardik Pandya exit, India made two changes, two forced changes. So you can see that by doing that, you are playing four number 11s from 8 to 11. You have batting till 7, and you have a compromised number 6 also, Surya Kumar Yadav. He is quite new to one day cricket. He had his share of a string of failures, and after that he stitched together some runs, and he got into the squad, especially with Rahul Dravid backing him to make him an ODI player, which in the course of our discussion we'll find out whether it was right or wrong. Now, what is actually the problem in that batting lineup? What we have seen in these few matches. See, this batting lineup looks good when Kohli is batting till the 35th to 40th over. And when KL Rahul is coming out to bat in the 25th to 30th over. And this has actually happened for India. Even on that treacherous Eden track, where even we were seeing that Asset Kohli was trying to finding it difficult to time the ball. India did not lose more than 2 wickets in the first 30 overs. So after that, when Shreyas Iyer got out, KL Rahul came, and then at that time he was pretty relaxed because 35 overs have been gone. Virat Kohli was still batting, and India still had a lot to cover. Now the problem below Rahul is that Sky. Now Indian team, I have seen the strategy is they want to make him feel that he's playing a T20. So they do not want Sky to bat before the 35th over, 35th to 40th over. If that is happening, the team is looking good. He has Jadeja under him, and they want Jadeja to come after 40 to 45 overs. Then, if this is perfectly done, except that England match, you can say that India lost a few early wickets, but I would say that that was a rank turner in Lucknow, and even Adil Rashid was getting it to turn, and we already knew that 250 would be a fantastic score. Okay, 250 will be a massive score on that track. Except that, if I say Indians were had the deficit covered, but what if it is not? I will ask you this. I think, do you think that this problem actually was exposed?
See, to be very honest, we all thought that, we all hope that, as you said, Shreyas, Virat, they will bat big. KL will come and give the finishing touch. We will not go to Jadeja. Like that, we hope. Our worst fears came true when we were 81 for 3, when Shreyas Iyer got out. See, people are criticizing KL Rahul and Virat Kohli, but they had no other option. We need to
Absolutely.
understand. We see,
Yes.
if KL and Virat went for their shots, what if India was 100 for 4? After that, then would you send Jadeja? Then there is a high chance. You see, we were playing with a compromised batting order because our bowlers don't bat and our batters don't bowl. We have to identify this thing. What didn't what didn't create a problem was that so far our batting clicked and everyone scored. We made 300 plus, and our bowling was top notch also.
Batting
So
click even on bad tracks.
even
Batting
on
click
bad
even on
tracks,
bad tracks. Yes.
exactly, even on bad
And
tracks I
batting
will define.
by batting clicked, I mean Kohli and Shreyas Iyer took the game to the 35th over. But
Absolutely.
I'll just take you back to that India Sri Lanka match. Just feel Sky got out early, Rohit KL got out driving because he was befooled by the double pace of the pitch. What happened? Jadeja came out in the 38th over, and Shreyas Iyer did not play an attacking shot till the 45th over
Correct.
because he had that fear of the last four batters.
Exactly, a very valid point. So, see, we were playing with a compromised batting. We were, because we knew if Kuldeep Yadav or anyone came, then another 10-15 over, we would be all out. Another thing was that it was a pressure of final. Our bowling, yes, I will be very honest with you, our bowling didn't click that much, because I remember in first 2 overs we gave 28 runs. We took a wicket. Mohammad Shami didn't get that control over the swing. So I agree on that. So you needed everything to go to your place. It didn't happen because I saw the morale was down after the batting, and I also saw after 3 wickets were down, a thing which happened. Rohit Sharma opened the field. There was no slips. I remember there were no slips. Why? Because he went a bit defensive. He was trying to save run, and a due was there in his mind, and he tried to bowl his spinners. Now, see, we need to understand, in front of you, these are Aussies. These are not, like less confident England team. So the Aussies, when they understand, when they get a sniff of your weakness, they will pounce on that. And that only happened. See, all our worst fears came true. I remember yesterday, I was thinking, what if India produces another bowling miracle? I remember. But, like every day you can't expect a football score. Every day you can't expect a miracle. And yes, I agree on that track. The track was slow. It was not a turner. Adam Zampa, Blank Maxwell, their ball was not turning square. It was slow. Eden was a turner, rather. The
Yes.
Australia South Africa match, Eden was a turner. It was not a turner. So we need to understand. So this was an ideal 300, 330 wicket. If by chance instead of 80 for 3, you would have been 200 for 3, maybe you could have went on for making 3. And remember, a scoreboard pressure of 300, 330 is different. Even Pat Cummins said that we wanted to keep them within 300, 320. So, and he was chuffed when they were 240 because even Dew came and Dew played a fact. But I would like to ask you, Doc, a question. I admired the Aussies when they won the toss, they fielded. They foresaw that, in Ahmedabad, they did a homework. Ahmedabad is a good chasing ground, and we have seen that in IPL. We have seen that in the India Pakistan game. We saw that in the England New Zealand game. But India went on with a set template. They said that no, we were winning batting. So this is a difference. You can correct me. This is a difference between an Aussie and Indian mentality. They take it as a game. They take it horses for courses.
See, let me tell you, this Australian team is nowhere close to the 2003 team. This team
Absolutely.
had limited resources. This team had limited batting. This team had limited bowling. See, uh, Adam Zampa, you won't expect to take 5 wickets against India. Kohli and Shreyas Iyer will take him off. See, the problem which India faced was, let me analyze this. Australia had pinpoint planning for all Indian batters. If you
Absolutely.
can see in the
Yes.
first 2 overs, 3 boundary shots from Gill and Rohit went to the fielders. You can see that in first 10 overs you can allow 2 fielders in the deep, and they actually mapped Rohit Sharma's scoring chart, and they one of those 2 fielders was a deep cover. Now a deep cover is not something you will see in the first 10 overs with field restrictions. With field restrictions, the 2 common fielders are long leg and deep and third man, and a wideish third man. They actually uh, pinpointed Indian players' strengths. They never allowed Rohit Sharma to get easy boundaries. Then they knew that if they can get India 3 down early, because they knew that India will play on the same common template.
Indeed, the
They knew
template, the
that
template for India was same
Rohit
throughout.
Sharma will go after the bowling in the 10 overs. He will sacrifice his wicket if it is required. Then they know that Kohli is the main factor. So what they did was pinpoint accuracy, create pressure on Rohit Sharma, and get Gill out. But what it disappointed me was that why there was no plan from India to counter that. After seeing this, I do not know. There was no specific plan for India.
No, Doc,
They
Doc, one thing to stretch your point, as you said, Australia did an excellent homework, whereas India banked on their strength only rather than seeing the opposition. They
Yes,
thought what we are doing for South Africa, what we are doing for New Zealand, what we are doing for Pakistan, we will do the same for Australia. Whereas the Aussies, they did a lot of thinking, thought process when game plan was there, that how to tackle a Rohit Sharma, how to tackle a Shreyas Iyer, you know, and they really mapped that.
pinpoint mapping, I would say. They knew that Shreyas Iyer is susceptible to fast bowling earlier on. He's an excellent player of spin, no doubt, but he is susceptible to fast bowling. And he played one Cummins delivery of the wrong foot. He should have been forward to that. Then they knew that this was the Indian weakness. If you get 3 of them early, then the other batsmen will think that, yeah, we have a torrid batting lineup down the order. 4 cannot bat.
A very depressing stat is that India hit two boundaries between 11th and 40th over, just
Yes,
two,
one of the
and this
reasons is that,
happened for the first time after 2005. Just two boundaries.
yes, one of the reasons is that Rohit Sharma, Virat, and KL knew that if one of them got out, it will be 150 bundled
Virat,
up.
Virat and KL banked on that. Let us make 200 and then see, and then our
Then see
bowlers
it.
can take over. The thing
Yes,
was that.
and the reason some of the people are saying over media that KL was going at a very slow rate. He was not rotating the strike. Let me tell you what it means by rotating the strike. For rotating the strike, you need to push the fielders deep, and you need to get the occasional boundaries. And KL was very scared to hit a risky shot at that time, because he knew
There
that
was no area shot.
after that there was nothing in Indian batting. KL,
See, one thing, if you see this India batting was similar to what happened in Chennai, the first match. When India
yes,
was 2 for 3, KL
hmm,
and Virat made
hmm,
195 in
hmm,
42 overs. Okay,
yes,
42 overs. So it was similar. Only difference was that here you are batting first. So you need to
yes.
set a template.
There they knew that they had to get 195. That's
So they could
one.
take their time.
They could take their time,
What if
and
it was 295?
at that time, you had that Ashwin coverage, and
Yes.
you had that versatile Hardik Pandya. Now, Hardik
One more
Pandya's
thing I would
versatility
say,
as a batsman is fantastic. Even if KL knew that even if he got out, Hardik Pandya can hold one end. He has that ability now.
no, and one more thing,
Hmm,
uh, if you see that in that if like if Australia was in India's place, I think
hmm,
they would have
hmm,
definitely played Ashwin in place of Siraj, because they
hmm,
would have gone for horses for courses. They would have said, see, Australia said this thing every time we were winning the toss and batting,
hmm,
but this time we decided to
hmm.
chase because the ground prefers chasing team, because of because the temperature cools down, there is a lot of moisture, and the wicket becomes easy to bat after the 15th over. So Travis Head held the fort till 15th to 20th over, then he went guns blazing. So this
Yes,
is what I
because
was saying, this
yes,
was
because
planning.
yes, this was planning, and why Travis said did that was because Labushan had the comfort of scoring a 50 of 90 balls.
Exactly,
Scoreboard
Labuschagne have the
pressure.
comfort, and they knew beneath that they had Maxwell,
Hmm,
English, Cummins,
hmm.
Stark, Zampa, all of them who can hold the bat.
Yes, I'll take you back to that Maxwell carnage. Now everyone is praising Maxwell for that. Have we ever thought that if those last three batsmen were not Cummins and Zampa, and if they were Kuldeep, Siraj, and Bumrah, I
Yes.
think Maxwell wouldn't have got those 200 runs because the other three players would have got out. Now, by saying Cummins, why I say this is because he survived 68 balls. This is not the first he did. He won an Ashes with playing with Nathan Leon, and they scored 64 runs on a in a pressure match. He has scored 64 of 17 balls for KKR once. So Cummins is
Yes,
a
absolutely.
proven Cummins is a proven good batsman, and they have the luxury of having him coming at number seven, now number nine. So India's last four players cannot bat. This actually gets onto the top six.
See, you flip it. Okay, we have a question. Shogoto Shen,
Hmm.
my ex-colleague, he said that the difference between this team and 2011 World Cup winning team was that the batsmen could bowl and the bowlers could bat. This was one major difference which cost us up. Absolutely correct. Absolutely. See, in the 2011 team, if you remember, we played with Srishant, Zahir Khan, Harbhajan Singh, and I guess one more bowler was there,
Ashish
Ashish
Nehra,
Nehra or Munaf
Ashish
Patel.
Nehra slash Ashwin. Ashwin played a few
No, no,
matches.
no.
Nehra,
I remember in the final I'm talking about. Final there was Zahir, Srishant. I guess
Munaf,
there was
Munaf
Munaf
Patel.
Patel, Munaf Patel,
Yes.
and
So
Harbhajan
apart from
Singh.
Munaf and Srishant, everyone can bat.
Yes, Zahir can hold the fort. Harbhajan could hit a tonk. Okay,
Yes.
and if you
Harbhajan already had two test hundreds before that.
again, yeah, and if you remember, our
Zahir
ball
Khan's
batters.
Zahir
Sorry,
Khan's Zahir Khan had a record which has been broken now. He had a record of the highest score in a test match by a number 1176. He partnered Sachin Tendulkar with 2248
exactly,
in that.
and one more thing, our ball batters Sachin
Hmm,
Tendulkar, Virender Sehwag, and Yuvraj Singh.
hmm.
Suresh Raina even. Suresh Raina was a good off spinner. So you
Yes.
see, over here you have four options. Four options. So even if you give two overs to each, your 10 over was covered.
Yes.
So so this thing, so That was a major difference. Now what happened? That team we could have a big batting lineup. Now here we can't. We don't have a big batting lineup. Here we have a compromise,
And the
and
compromise
it's a
will
very
hurt you.
valid point over there.
Compromise will hurt you at times.
Exactly, exactly. Compromise will hurt you. Now, see, one more thing I would like to point over here. Now, what for the future? See, we are playing modern day cricket, but with a lot of, like with our legs tied down. Rohit Sharma is hitting, Shubman Gill is hitting, but after that we have few anchors. Okay, we are not going hit. India, like I was saying, people were criticizing that why India is giving sluggish tracks. They are giving because they don't want the game to be a 300 game, because they know if it is a your bat versus my bat, if it is a 380 game, our batters can't, because our batter, if they go on hit, what if they are 300 for 5 and you need another 100 runs?
Yes. And secondly, there is one more difference between the 2011 team. This team actually had three tier away fast bowlers, which that team didn't have. So to accommodate that, you know, we have to compromise our batting. And the problem is that those three tier away pacers do not bat at all. Second thing, that Siraj point you were trying to make, see, there was also another big compromise. Only five bowlers. Now,
Correct.
what Rohit Sharma did was he went for an early wicket and he gave the new ball to Shami. Now, where do you bowl Siraj? Now,
And Siraj is ineffective after 15th over. If you bring in,
Siraj is a unidimensional bowler. Siraj is just a good new ball bowler. He's not a death bowler. He's not a middle overs bowler. Now, once you give the new ball to Shami for 5 overs, those 10 overs of Siraj becomes a liability. So this was another major compromise in that team.
absolutely, see, I thought that Rohit Sharma, sorry to use this word, he panicked a bit and he thought,
Hmm.
let's go with my two best bowlers, Shami and Bumrah.
Hmm.
Let's make Australia 40 for 5.
Yes.
Now what happens? See, now you need to understand Australia is also a very clever team. They thought,
Yes.
let us see the 10 overs, 15 overs, then we can go for the jugular. And this
Yes.
happens. See, it's like a game of chess. Who blinks first? So again, we need to understand we played with a unidimensional, one-dimensional team. Our format was that power play, we will go hard. Next 10, 15 overs, we will go 3 to 4 runs and over. After that, wickets in hand, 30 to 40th, we will try to make it 6 runs and over. And after the 40th over, we will go hammer and tonk. Now, if there is a breach in the top order or the middle order, our plan goes for a toss.
This is the problem I was talking about. And I do not know with this team whether they had a plan B for this. Now, whether actually, if Gill gets out early, whether Rohit should bat till the 20th over, I think this plan was not there.
Exactly. There was no plan B. There was only a train going on at a
There was
fast
only
pace.
a, yes, there was also no plan for covering Virat Kohli. If Virat Kohli gets out before the 30th over, which he did not do in the previous games. He scored big in all those games and actually masked this problem.
See,
If
again,
this
uh,
problem actually got unmasked in one of these games, I think Rahul Dravid would have been made to think. But things went in his way, the way he wanted in the 10 matches, except that England match and the Australia match. So he did not want to change the template. He did not want to
exactly.
try any
Everyone was
other
saying,
player.
even Doc, we were saying, don't change the winning combination. We knew
Yes.
it came with the risk. It came with the risk. It's like driving a Ferrari on a
Hmm.
very muddy and a road with speed breakers.
Yes.
So we unfortunately got that road in the final. Hard luck, yes, can't help. And come on, you are facing Australia. This team comes with their homework. This team comes with a determination to win. They will not
And
come and
yes, people have been talking about this is not a tear away Australia team. See, the tear away Australia team started to fade by 2011 after the exit of Ricky Ponting and Mike Hussey.
but after
But
that, still they
after
won
that,
four
still they
World
have
Cup.
won two World Cups. Still, they have won two World Cups.
No, they
That
won
is
two World Cups, one T20 World Cup, and one WTC. Means four
yes,
ICC trophies.
yes. Even with a weak team, which
Even
means
with a weak team,
they know
even
that. They know that. I think being a champion is in their DNA.
See,
They
another thing
know.
is that the mentality. As I
Yes,
was discussing with you yesterday, for Australia it is just another game. It's
yes,
not an emotional issue. For Indians, it is emotional. If you
yes,
see a lot of emotions take over, so we say no. Whatever is going, go like that. Don't break that thing. For Aussies, it's horses for courses. If it is Ahmedabad, we will treat it as Ahmedabad. If it's
yes.
Kolkata, we will treat it
We
as
will treat it as
Kolkata.
perfect.
You
Yeah.
know what I liked the best was that initially in the first few games, Indian team was choosing winning the toss even if they were winning, and they were
Mm.
choosing decision as per the venue wise. I remember in Dharmashala, in Pune, in Ahmedabad, they won the toss and they chased. I thought in the
Yes,
Pakistan game that was a terrific decision, the Pakistan
absolutely.
game.
Yes,
But
why they were doing it is because they actually had that coverage of Ashwin or Shardul at 8. Now,
correct.
once they actually stopped having that, they thought that bowling for they will play according to one particular template.
Okay. So last 4 minutes, Doc.
Hmm.
Way forward. World Cup is
Yes.
over. Yes, heartbreak
Hmm.
is there. We need to
Hmm.
live up. We have some big games. T20 World Cup, Champions Trophy. We have some bilaterals. We need to stay start. So way forward. We can't go unidimensionally. We can't be like that. We need to
Yes.
think ahead. Okay. So what changes do you see? Like for me, someone like Rinku Singh should come in.
See, I actually, I wrote many times in the social media that India is going into the World Cup with the best finisher without the best finisher in the country. That was a big miss. Number two, I think we should have bowlers who can bat. We cannot
Absolutely.
compromise our batting
See,
like
someone
this.
see again, someone like a Deepak Chahar, someone
Yes,
like like I was seeing Raj Bandar Hungarekar, the under
yes,
19 guy.
Sangraykar, that under 19 player.
He bowls well and he can see and we need to develop them. You
Yes, we
see,
need to develop
we
them.
can't develop a Bumrah or Shami now or a Siraj
Yes,
now. We
yes,
need to see they have the whoever have the hang of that. So we can develop. Say again another one, Ravi Bishnoi. He can hold. He can tonk also. So we
yes.
need
And
to
also
develop
we
them.
talked about Sai Kishore.
Sai
Fantastic
Kishore,
player.
another valid
Yes,
point. See,
he
Sai
can actually
Kishore,
replace.
guys,
He can be
I
a
will
cover for
tell you,
Jadeja. He's a
Sai
TMPL
Kishore,
material. Hmm.
mark my words, he is a, he's a lot of talent. He's a well of talent. Unfortunately, in the IPL, he is warming the benches. I saw him in TNPL. I saw him in the Asian Games. Shai Kishore is a must in a T20 and a ODI setup. He is a must. He is an excellent fielder. He can hold the bat, and he's a very good economical bowler. Sai Kishore.
And one more thing is now I think the think tank, the management has to emphasize on winning the big games. See,
And
under
for
Rahul
that, you
Dravid,
need batting depth. This is
yes,
a term
under
which
Rahul
is
Dravid, now also the mentality I'm talking about. See, under Rahul Dravid, this is not the first time. India have lost two under 19 finals under Rahul Dravid. One to West Indies and one to Bangladesh. And you will
yes,
not disagree that under 19 teams, quality wise, nobody comes close to India. But still they
absolutely.
lost
Nobody
one to
come close
Bangladesh.
to India. Exactly. I couldn't agree with you more. See,
Hmm.
uh, that's what I'm saying. You need to see the bowlers who can bat. You need to harness them now. The next World
Yes.
Cup is 4 years later. We have a Champions Trophy 2 years later. I don't want to go, especially to a T20 World Cup. Sorry to
Hmm.
say, with the
Hmm.
Avesh Khan, Arshdeep,
Hmm.
with these bowlers who can't bat. We need someone. Even we need someone like a Hungarekar. We need someone like a Deepak Chahar. You know,
Yes.
who can hit a few sixes. Then only your top can be. They can play high
They
risk
can play
shots.
freely.
Exactly.
And as cricket fans, why we are seeing all these things? See, I have written to you yesterday. One last thing I would like to say from my side. Your good performances are not remembered until you convert them to titles. Our
Ultimately,
grandchildren,
ultimately, people remember the trophies, the winners. Jo jeeta
yes,
wahi Sikandar. There is a saying.
yes,
So
you
people
have to
remember.
convert them to wins. Yes, that is the
See, tell
basic.
me, till date, how many people recall Mahila Jayawardena's 100 run in the 2011 final? People always say the 91 and 97. The
That is what
91
I'm
and 9,
talking about. Yes, no one
yeah.
remembers the loser.
How many people, to be very honest, do recall that, like if you go back to those time that in the in the runners up or the semis, how did they perform? People will only remember the team who is winning, how they are playing. To be very honest, I remember in 2003 final, Virender Sehwag made a very valiant 80 runs, but no one remembers that.
No one remembers. I was talking in a WhatsApp, chatting in a WhatsApp group, and someone was saying he scored 90. No, I said he scored 82. So no one remembers actually how much
But
did he
people
score.
remember 91 and 97 has become like a household numbers.
Yes, they are actually they shelved numbers. So 97 Gambhir, 91 Dhoni. These are
Exactly.
shelved numbers. So we are. It's not that we are not with the Indian team. We are with the team. We are with their
See,
emotions.
we
But
love
we
this team.
want
This
them
is
to
our
win.
team. But
This is our
exactly,
team.
every
We are not
fan
trolling
wants.
them. We are not trolling them, as someone said in my post on FB. We are not trolling them, but
See,
we
we are
want
not
their.
even to that level of trolling them. See, we are not
Hmm.
even close to that. We are just mere audience. As
Yes,
an audience, I really hope for one ICC trophy. And now it is very easier because every year you have ICC tournaments. Every
yes.
year.
I think they should now be targeting that 2024 World Cup win. Why I say this is because with the number of teams which are there in the fray, India will definitely make the semi-finals of every
Exactly.
ICC trophy. Yes.
No,
Now,
and one more thing, the 2024 we need to give, there should not be any anchor in the team right now. I don't
yes,
see a Virat Kohli in a T20 setup now. I need
yes,
we need to give game time to a Yashasvi Jaiswal, Tilak Verma,
Tilak Verma.
to someone like a Rinku Singh.
Yes,
If even if I will say a name Shivam Duve, who can hit
Shivam
the
Dube.
long ball.
Yes,
Shivam Dube can hit the long ball. You know.
yes,
So that's it. So with that, Doc, let's end the show.
yes.
And
We
we look forward to the bilateral series now, especially to the youngsters. I am looking to
yes,
the bilateral series, especially for one player, Rinku Singh.
yes.
So
He is the
with
player for
that,
the future. Yes. With
with
that,
that,
we close.
yeah, let's close this and good night, everyone. We will do
Good night.
another show maybe before the South Africa series.
Yes,
So
definitely.
we'll do that. Take care, guys. Bye.
Take care, please. Thank you.